Welcome to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton. Enjoy the show.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Thank you for joining us on the Horse Talk Show, the last one of 2025, I might add, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
We have a great show lineup. We actually have a best of the best, but because it's the best of the best for 2025, we thought we'd add in one new one with Lonnie Powell from the FTBOA, and our best of best, a tip about colic from Dr. Faith Hughes, because you want to avoid it, and in this cold weather it gets a little trying at times. Lonnie Powell's going to be talking about a potential future racetrack here in Ocala, Marion County. And then one of my absolute favourites for the whole year is Dana Linsap talking about her plans to get to the Olympics one day. And I believe she'll do it twice, in fact, in two different disciplines, and come home with the gold. Alexis McCauley from Misty Morning Hounds, right in the middle of a wonderful season right now to be at Misty Mornings. And Banjo the Buffalo with Callie Sue Edwards and Shane Coon, because that was a great fun interview. And then we're going to wrap it up with our usual Pete's Tips of the Week. We've got Neil from Ocala Dog Ranch and events that are coming up and some New Year's resolutions. Thank you so much to all of our wonderful partners. We don't just air on Facebook, we also air on Equus Television, and we also air on Pandora, iTunes, iHeart, Odyssey, the Sky 97.3 on Saturday mornings. Quick shout out, by the way, I've met some wonderful people in the past week or so that are listeners, so thank you for tuning in on Saturday morning on 97.3 The Sky. We are going to now switch it to Dr. Faith Hughes at Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care, and she's going to give us some tips and hints about colic and avoiding it. Here she is.
This is Faith Hughes from Peterson and Smith, and I'm just here with a couple of tips if you think your horse is colicking or you know your horse is colicking. First thing is that when you call your veterinarian, it is helpful if you can tell them what the horse's temperature is and maybe what their horse's heart rate is. So we're going to just real quick, we're going to go how to do that. I have just a digital thermometer here, just like you can buy at Walgreens or CVS. And we're going to go over here to this horse, and hopefully he'll be a good boy about this, but it's not really a very big thing to pass where they pass manure. So usually they're pretty good about it. And we just kind of, sometimes if you scratch the top of their tail, they'll kind of lift up their tail and they'll let us find their little rectum, push the button. Sometimes they like it if you scratch it while you're doing that. Most of them will lift up their tail if you scratch right around the side. You probably can't see that, but he's lifting up his tail for us. It doesn't have to be a big deal. All right, and then it's going to beep, and it says it's 98.9, which is great. So it's just a good thing to know, because if your horse has a temperature of over 102, we should be a little concerned.
Dr. Faith Hughes, very informative, and I've had quite a lot of people say to me about this cold spell that we are in the middle of, that they're very concerned about their horses and colic at this time of year. I do increase the salt in my horses' food and make sure they have salt blocks around to encourage them to drink as much as possible. And I do wet my hay because I want them to have more moisture going down with their hay when it gets
Feed
cold.
early.
Yeah.
Don't wait until it's dark to feed.
That's right. That is another great hint there for avoiding colic. And you know, we have rapid changes here in Florida where it goes from 80 to high 20s and early 30s. Does that for a few days and then whips back into the 80s again. So it can be very difficult to keep horses kind of balanced. So just think about, don't suddenly increase your hay to help keep them warm and them not drinking enough, and then you're going to have a problem with impactions and things like that. So just be aware of that. I hope everybody had a very nice Christmas.
Woohoo.
Did you have a nice Christmas?
I had a nice Christmas.
I did as well. We're going to just chat a little bit about your favorite gift.
My favorite gift was my vest that you got me. and you're going to put
Complimentary.
complimentary horsemanship on one side and the horse talk show on the other. So
Nice vest, huh?
yes, ma'am. I liked it.
I loved it. I thought that was absolutely beautiful. I got a beautiful belt, probably my favourite belt ever, that actually came from Cowboy Christmas at the NFR from Laurie and Tom DeCillo.
Wow.
And then the shirt that I have on, which I'm absolutely thinking honestly might be the nicest shirt that I've ever had. And I love
Looks
the way
like
it
it's
feels.
silk.
It is lovely. And it has the NFR on it, National Finals Rodeo. And I didn't know they got it for me. I loved it, but it was a little on the pricey side. And they went back and got it. And
Wow.
I know, I was blown away by that. So they also got me a t-shirt that says Horse Mum. And the U is a horseshoe. And it's MUM instead of MOM. I love that. And then a few other lovely gifts. A very appropriate black sheep notebook from Neil at Ocala Dog Ranch. People know me, don't they? And then my wonderful friend Jules got me this book, Where Are You, Louisa Barton? And it's got some very fun activities in it, and I love it. And then Pete got me some really beautiful horse coasters that I've actually turned into a very nice tile pattern on my coffee table at home.
Wow.
And they're beautiful. So I had some amazingly wonderful gifts, and although I will say I had a little bit of a sad day because it was my first Christmas without my dad, which was very difficult, and did shed some tears, but we had a huge feast of food, and that we'll be talking about New Year's resolutions later. Like being on a diet, right?
That's right.
That's right. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you got everything that you hoped for. And I want to talk a little bit in this segment about some folks that we've met this year that are new folks. And not that we don't love all the people that we've known for years, because we do. But we have met some great people. Jackson Wagner and his team at the Old Pear Tree Farm. It's been an absolute pleasure and honor to get to know them and what great people they are. And actually, in a future show, we'll be having Jackson talk about Pete's experience there, because he did a bit of mounted games.
That's
and
right.
So did Kylie. So lovely to have met them, Pam and the rest of the team there. And we've really just enjoyed having Jackson help us. Somebody I've known for quite a long time, but have only just really got to know better is Barbara Hooper, and she does Unbridled Horse Capital, and she is a wonderful new friend. I'm really enjoying getting to know her. And then also this year, it's been awesome to get to know the Sapp family. As I had mentioned earlier, Dana Lynn is actually on the show, but I've also got to know her parents, Marsha, who has Cobra and Mooney, very famous Hall of Fame horses, and her husband Bill, actually pictured, if you're watching, with Jacinta Vasquez,
That's what I was
another Hall
gonna
of Famer. So it's been lovely to get to know them, and very, very thankful to Laurie and Tom DeCillo for the trip to the NFR and everybody at Piranha Animal Health. So very, very thankful for some wonderful experiences that we've had in what was a little bit of a difficult year in many ways for a lot of us. And Christmas holidays can be a little tough if you've lost somebody in your family, two-legged or four-legged. The first holiday is probably always the hardest, right? True fact. But lots to be grateful for this year, lots to be thankful for, lots of new friends. And we are going to take a break, but we are going to come back, and we are going to have Lonnie Powell from the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association with us. So stay with us.
Smash Wraps creates business fleet and storefront interior and exterior solutions. Don't just wrap it, smash wrap it. SmashWraps.com. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine, with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Center in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires, and equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure you can achieve your vision for a safe and functional horse facility. For new builds, rewires, and updating, Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a farm of our own, we know you cannot take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to patmyerselectric.com.
Veteran-owned Wide Automotive, that's WEIDE, is a beacon of automotive excellence in Ocala. Founded on integrity and expertise with unwavering dedication in all operations, we seek to forge lasting relationships with our clients. Whether you have one vehicle or a fleet, we pledge our best effort in quality service. From repairs, diagnostics, tire repair and replacement, diesel engine work, horse trailers, car batteries, wheel alignments, fuel systems, and more. Discover more at wideautomotive.com.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Louisa Barton with the Horse Talk Show and the Chamber's Equine Initiative, talking to Lonnie Powell from the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association about the potential of a future racetrack right here in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital of the world.
We neglected our duties in not building the Insta racetrack. And I love the passion and enthusiasm from the people around here. That's where I could tell right away. This is not like a quote unquote virgin market. It's not a mature market either, but it knows horses enough where a horse track is not a strange concept to folks in Marion County, what one is. And certainly horses, even if you're not directly in it, everybody talks horse, right? So when I got here, the permit was brought up. And
just to interject there, so the FTBO has the only permit in Florida, correct?
Right. FTBOA's was a little different. It was also a nonprofit thoroughbred. It wasn't track specific like Gulfstreams were. It was county specific, Marion County, because there wasn't a track that existed here. And it could not be leased or transferred or sold. So it wasn't an asset that FTBOA could say, oh, we'll wait and find the highest bidder and we'll just flip it. Mm-hmm. It was meant to either happen or not. So when I got here, I don't know what the count is. I think I've directly overseen 6 tracks, and I think the general managers and the presidents of another 7 tracks, somewhere around 13 tracks I've overseen in my career, in addition to being a regulator and doing the things here with the breeder and the academics and that stuff, is every one of them was a little bit different, but really precarious balance on keeping them viable, doing your capital improvements, and mostly paying the competitive purses, what the horsemen are running for, the prize money. And it was pretty easy for me to tell that those tools weren't here.
Right.
And it was tough because I had to explain it to a lot of people like yourself and about, probably another 1,000 other folks at least over the years, especially when CEP, when you all took the trip to Keeneland, everybody came back, we need one of those Keenelands. I asked them, you all need a class in racing economics. But it's still, by the way, it's still a tough economic reach. That's why this is not a a slam dunk. It's not a guarantee. We're looking at the probability, and we're looking at how to make it viable, because the economics are absolutely huge in building a modern type of facility on the type of land that you need, and to pay the purses. Because if we would do anything, we would want the purses to be as high as they could be, right up there with Gulf Streams if possible. That's a long ways down the road, because all we're doing right now is we've taken a permit, I've used the term, had it on ice. And what I told the board early on when I arrived here is, it's great we have this. To my knowledge, no other breeders association in North America has a permit. We'll keep it on ice because it's going to be a heavy lift, but it will be our insurance policy if we get convinced these tracks are not going to provide us with a stable future. And we will then take it out of ice, which is what I officially announced last week or the week before in Tucson. Time flies. And now we're officially saying, okay, we're going to look and see how we can make this work. It's in the very, very, very early stages, but with both tracks pursuing decoupling last year, we would be irresponsible with the only thoroughbred license in the state.
To not step up.
To not step up.
Right.
And boy, we have. It was one thing. Part of the announcement was not only were we going to take the permit seriously and taking it off ice, is that it entered into an agreement with a couple individuals that have formed an entity to help us determine viability and get to viability, also locations and so forth. And they're really smart folks, good friends with them, and they're a tremendous help. And that was also part of the announcement, is that we've got a 2-year mutually exclusive agreement with former Miami Beach Mayor Philip Levine, who also is a part-time resident here in Marion County, and has gone from 0 horses to about 14, like 14 different breeds.
Can happen very quickly.
It does. He's got the bug. He's got the bug.
They say they're like potato chips,
Yeah.
or crisps in England.
Exactly.
You can't just have one.
In addition to Philip, is in this entity is John Morgan. He's probably one of the most famous lawyer, not just on TV. Certainly the commercials and marketing for that firm are amazing. But he's a horse lover, thoroughbred lover, and he owns, breeds quite a few thoroughbreds in Kentucky. Florida is also one of his homes. And Philip and John and myself began unofficially brainstorming all the way back because of Philip's invite. Philip reached out, found me, did research on every one of my platforms possible. I had a message from somebody I didn't know, but every time I'd call somebody, they say, "Oh, yeah, you guys probably are kind of like-minded," which I took as that means we're both eccentric, which is a good thing because we embrace that. And then it was Philip is the glue. Is he brought John Morgan in, and so now they're out working this on our behalf on those specific fronts. So that's a big announcement, because now you're getting serious. Now you've got other people involved that are spending time, treasure, and everything on their own. They're a separate entity, but together they would be the ones that would put us together with a third party or third parties to make it viable. But right now, just the infancy stages of having announced it, cannot discuss a lot of this in its infancy stage, because under a lot of non-disclosure agreements and things that would be traditional with something as complicated and as big of a deal as this. When we are able to talk, we will have things of substance to talk about, but it is...
And I'll be running right back in here.
Oh yeah, you and a whole bunch of others. Everybody's keeping... But I think the thing is that my takeaway is we're really going to take a run at looking at making a racetrack work for the horse capital of the world.
Potential timeline yet, or too soon?
Too soon. Too soon locations. Too soon cost. Too soon on any of that. That's what's being undertaken right now. However, it's not being done in slow motion, because you can't wait till somebody closes and then say, now we got to do all this. You've got all your approvals to go through. You've all your local approvals. You have things you need to get done at the state level. Just the whole planning
Quite
process
a process,
is it's amazing. I mean, for me, it's an adrenaline rush because I know all the moving parts that are out there. At the same time, it's a Herculean effort. But again, these are two of the smartest, greatest humans I have met, and they designate me to be the representative to them of our industry, particularly of FTBOA and our permit of Ocala Thoroughbred Racing. And I know we're going to give it the best possible shot. And so I think there's reason to be hopeful. There's reason to be hopeful if you weren't focused on the state or national scene and just, hey, is there going to be more to do in Marion County, and can we tie it into horses and all those things? I think there's hope for that. Certainly, because I think the facility would be just received in a magnificent way over here.
Absolutely, there's no doubt.
And then there's the bigger calling of, it could end up being the solution or a major part of the solution for the state, and that's where we have, the $3.5 billion of economic impact and all those jobs, the 40,000 jobs, and the horse business really exists from end to end of the state the way it is right now, all across the state. And we want to keep that going. And I just think, looking at how Marion County has grown and how people are reacting to any time we have new entertainment, or anytime, certainly the reaction to WEC, I think the time, if ever we could do, again, a modern horse-centric, fan-centric, technology-centric facility, the time is much better now than it would have been when I first arrived here. We could do an interview there sometime, right as it opens. You think so?
I'm all in.
I'll bet you you'll be there for that. Yes.
With my fascinator.
There you go.
Lonnie Powell with the FTBOA talking about a potential future racetrack right here in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital. That was Lonnie Powell from the FTBOA talking about the potential of a racetrack right here in Ocala, Marion County. And that is an exciting possibility. Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show. To provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Fertility Centre in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
DAC Vitamins and Minerals has been making a world of difference for 35 years. Do you know what sets DAC apart? We use chelation minerals from Alltech, which allows for better absorption. DAC is the only supplement company Alltech provides ingredients for. We have our nutritionist, Performance Horse Nutrition, NASP, which is the quality seal, which guarantees our products and ensures our use of quality ingredients. DAC gives you a guaranteed analysis in every 1 ounce scoop, a 60-day money-back guarantee. Doesn't your partner deserve the best? Visit feeddac.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hey, this is Buck Brannaman. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms. They are our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
And in this, the last show of 2025, we are celebrating some of our favourite interviews. And one of my favourite people that I met this year is Dana Lynn Sapp. I think she's absolutely incredible. And she's only 9 years old, and she is going to be a future Olympian. I'm quite sure of it. Here she is.
Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show at Southern Oaks Farm in Ocala, and we have chatted to Marsha Sapp about her career, all of her accolades and her famous horses, and now we have the honor of also talking to her daughter, Dana Lynn Grace Sapp. Dana Lynn, so happy to see you today and have a chance to talk to you.
I'm so happy to see you too.
Thank you. So let's start off with, how old were you when you started riding?
I was 4 years old and I started with Jake, walk, trot, double, and a sticky bareback pad.
In a sticky bareback pad?
It was sticky and all hairy.
And what kind of horse is Jake?
He's a quarter horse.
So was that really exciting? That's how you learned your first few rides?
Yes, I did.
Yes. So after Jake, did you move on to any other ponies?
Well, I did move on to my two cute Welsh ponies, Tucker and Jacques. I got Tucker a few months before Jacques.
And what did you like about the Welsh ponies?
I like how they can jump. I know Jake can launch over the
So you
jump.
like to jump?
Yep, I like to jump bareback, with a saddle, with a bareback pad. I do everything.
So you're very brave.
Yep.
Wow, it's amazing. Really incredible. And you're how old?
8.
8 years old. And you're doing all of this already with horses?
Yes.
So you're homeschooled?
Yes, I am.
So you get to do school at home and work with the horses?
Yep.
Do you manage to keep good grades as well as doing all the things you do with horses?
Well, most of the time.
That's good. That's very good. So tell us a little bit about Briarfest. Briarfest is a big deal, and your family has 2 Briar horses.
Yep. We keep them right over there next to our house in the front. You must have seen their pasture. And Jake, he was in Briarfest too.
Oh, really?
Yep. He came around, like when they were talking about Mooney and Cobra, I trotted all around, like Mom didn't ask me to, but I trotted around and high-fived everyone on the bottom row.
Was that your favorite part?
Oh, yeah, it's my favorite. Mom didn't even tell me to.
Did you put glitter on him?
Yep.
Oh, I
and
thought
I put
so.
it on me, too.
Did you?
Yep.
I bet that was a great experience for you.
Yep, it was.
So have you decided at 8 years of age what you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a veterinarian and a world-famous dressage and jumping.
So you might have told me that your goal is to go to the Olympics. Is that right?
Yeah, 4 times. When? Each time.
So you want to go 4 times. You don't just want to go to the Olympics 4 times. You want to go to the Olympics 4 times and win 4 times.
Win.
Twice in jumping and twice in dressage.
Yep.
Wow.
I want all the trophies right there in the living room.
Do you have a favorite trophy?
The one that I won in the Hobby Horse Show with you.
The Hobby Horse Equestrian Games trophy is your favorite.
Yep. That's the only trophy I have.
Oh, is that right? But you've got lots of ribbons.
Oh, yeah. If you were to walk in, I have all my blue ribbons right on the big wood piece in our living room on top of the fireplace.
So you've got some big goals.
Yep.
Really?
Big goals.
Big goals. That's incredible.
I do have a goal that I already achieved that I want to show you in the round pen.
Okay. Can you tell me about that?
Well, it's kind of a surprise.
Oh, okay. So I have to wait and see?
I can tell you one thing, though.
Okay.
You might think I'm crazy when I do it.
Okay. So somebody told me that you might like Liberty training. Is that right?
I do a lot of Liberty. I do it almost every day.
Can you tell us what that is?
Liberty is when you have a space, like it can be an open space if the horse is trained, or it can be a big arena or a round pen. You can teach them to go around, go to a place, which is the pedestal, and ask them to like turn around and whirl over each other like this. And
so you're working them on the ground and they're kind of free
Yeah.
to do what they want, but because you have worked with them and are connected well with them, they do what you lead them to do.
Yep. You can also, in the round pen, you can control another one when you're on a horse. I've actually done that with Tucker and Jacques. I've controlled Tucker, but Tucker doesn't really like it. He wants to be the control horse instead.
So what's your favorite riding? Is your favorite jumping?
I like dressage. It's kind of like you can do it every day, but jumping, I normally give them days off because it can be bad for their joints if you jump them every day.
So you give them some rest in between?
Yep. We give them like 2 days, 3 days off.
So what about being around the farm? Do you have lots of tasks and work to do as well?
Yep, I have doing my hedgehog, my bunny, my chickens, my lizard. I do all kinds of stuff. I used to have my fish, but one of them jumped out, and then the other one just collapsed when I was taking it out.
Oh, but you love your chickens.
Yeah, I love them. That's the most things I ever have. They're just hanging out. You know, one of them came over and saw you. That was Curiosity.
Yeah, it was interesting, huh?
I named that one because it was really curious.
Oh, really? What's that one's name?
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
I named it after
of
the
course.
rover.
That makes so much sense. So do you have a favorite ever horse?
I don't have a favorite.
You love them all?
I love them all.
That's the right answer.
There's no favorite.
That's right.
I love them all.
You love them all, and you have a good relationship with all of them.
Yep. Jake's kind of my Western horse. He's not really scared of anything. I even, in this big arena over there, I did, like I had my red, white, and blue dress, I had my red, white, and blue pad, and I went around like I had a bareback pad under it with the saddle pad over it. But I cantered all around the arena with the big flag, giant flag. Tucker, the one that's over there, one of my white ones, he used to be over there in one of those stalls, and when he saw me taking pictures, he's like, oh my, that flag's gonna kill me. It's like, oh no, I better freak out. He was just freaking out.
A flag can be a lot.
Yeah.
First time a horse sees a flag, that can be a lot, right?
Yep.
So is there anything else that you want to tell us about yourself? Obviously, your mom is a huge part of all of this and a big support for you.
She's the dressage queen, and my dressage, you know, I've won various blue ribbons, 3rd place ribbons, 2nd place ribbons, 4th place ribbons, 5th place. But I have a lot of ribbons. You'll see them all over my floor, all over everything. I just can't keep track of them. And my first ribbons are my hobby horse games are near my bed. My trophies out.
I'm so glad that you treasure your hobby horse games,
Yep.
ribbons and trophy. That's really cool. I
Maybe
love that.
I can show you Shadow.
I would like that. So your mom is the dressage queen.
Yep, dressage queen. I do the jumping. I'm kind of dressage queen with her, but I do jumping too. Alicia, she jumps. Elizabeth jumps too. But Alicia's the jumping queen. She's not really into the dressage. She's like, ooh, it's too hard. I like jumping better.
So you're working on the farm with all the animals, helping your mom, showing and winning, and you have great goals to be in the Olympics.
Yep.
That's amazing, Dana Lynn.
And saving animals. I love saving them.
Saving animals and being a veterinarian.
Yep. I save, I'll have a couple once a month. Like they'll be everywhere. I'll have to bugs, to animals, everything.
I'm really impressed, and really it's an honor to meet you. Thank you so much. Here with Dana Lynn Sapp at Southern Oaks Farm. I'm impressed. I know you must be too. Louisa Barton with the Horse Talk Show.
Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine, with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Centre in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires, myers, and equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure you can achieve your vision for a safe and functional horse facility. For new builds, rewires, and updating, Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a farm of our own, we know you cannot take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to patmyerselectric.com.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. It's time to fight back against summer sores with K-Well's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store K-Well sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. K-Well, strength by nature.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. She's got the gift of the gab, and her guests are fab. Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
I'm Tick Maynard, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second half of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet,
your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
We are going to hear a little bit from Alexis McCauley, one of our favourite interviews of this year, and one of my favourite experiences of this year, being at Misty Morning Hounds, which is a beautiful, incredible facility on the Perry Plantation that actually belonged to the 4th governor of Florida, and such a scenic place to go for a ride, and this drag hunt is so awesome. Here's Alexis.
Louisa Barton here for the Horse Talk Show and the Equus Television Network. I'm visiting with Alexis here at Misty Morning Hounds, and first of all, before we start, I just want to do a shout out for Georgia at Good Apple Equine. I had no attire for fox hunting yesterday, and today I do, and that's because you can go in there and get name brand beautiful items that look like they were not even worn, and you can look absolutely the part. I got my stock tie, my jacket and my breeches all in one go. It was wonderful, amazing service, all name brand, all lovely items, so that I could come here and fit in with you.
That's right.
Alexis, today has honestly, coming back, today I had tears in my eyes because it took me back to a childhood that I loved, back when I fox hunted in England, and you just put me on a horse that I just meshed with. We just had this little moment where it was like, oh, I'm back in my world. And Misty Morning Hounds is just so authentic and real, and it doesn't matter whether you're in this house looking around you or you're out there with the horses. It's so very English, and it just made me feel like at home.
Yep.
And it was such an amazing experience. No matter what level of rider you are, you should be out here with your horse.
Yeah, we get all different types of riders, all different kinds of horses, but it's the hunting that unites everybody. And a lot of people are intimidated at first because, they see the red coats and they think it's all going to be snobby and all, but it's just tradition. And the red coats signify our staff or longtime members. And we had a member here today that was my very first staff member. And it was just wonderful. It was a wonderful reunion, and there's nothing about fox. There's just something about fox hunting that brings you so in tune with nature and your horse, and
and it's a whole heartwarming experience.
It really was, especially for me. I mean, I had many years growing up, probably from about the age of about 6 or 7 to probably about 15 or 16, if I remember correctly. I was at all the meets in the season, and I had naughty ponies back in the day, of course, because, you know, back then we had naughty ponies. And I learned to ride at the fox hunts. I mean, that's where I learned to hang on for dear life and go over things. But you know what was really a neat experience for me is being able to choose what level I was in today and go in kind of with the beginners or newer, younger, more novice horses and be able to do what I was ready for. And honestly, by the end, I was like, oh, I can go up a level now.
Yeah.
I felt like very ready, like I felt very comfortable and at ease, and everybody was unstressed and relaxed, and there were stops where you could rest, and it was just honestly, like I said,
refreshments along the way.
Yes, yeah, refreshments. But I honestly have to tell you that, like, I'm not exaggerating. When I was coming back on Brewster, I was tearing up because I actually felt at home.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
I've been in America more years than I actually want to admit. I came here with my parents, but really that experience to me was like home.
Yeah. Well, once it gets in your blood, it's hard to get it out. And you've been away from it for
long time,
a number of years.
Yes, a few will say.
I mean, I fox hunted as a kid, but only just like once or twice a year. And I was probably from the age of about 10 up to 16, but just occasionally. And we just like to make it available to all people, you know.
So I say all breeds and all disciplines,
it's,
right?
It's
So today I saw all breeds and all disciplines. I was on a draft horse with some Belgian, I think. I saw other people on Mustangs, show horses, you name it. I've seen everything today, right? The quarter horses. There was some dressage people out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there really isn't any discipline or breed that's not welcome, right?
No, anybody can do it. The horses, you know, as long as they're quiet, the hounds rule out there, so they just have to be safe around the hounds, or they really shouldn't be near the hounds if there's a question.
Yeah.
Any level of rider, like you said, we have 3 different groups of riders. And then if you don't ride at all, there's the tally-ho wagons.
That's
so,
right.
I mean, a lot of your friends that don't ride, they can come out and they had a fabulous time in the tally-ho wagon.
They did indeed.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no doubt about that. That was fun. And if you've got a young horse someone's riding for you, like Georgia had Darcy out there with Sydney today, you can actually ride in the tally-ho wagon and see your horse in action.
Exactly.
So that's perfect, right?
Yep, it is. Yep.
Well, it was an amazing experience today. I think Misty Morning Hounds needs to be extremely well publicized everywhere, especially in the horse capital of the world. And a lot of our endurance riders and show jumpers and dressage riders and all of that,
they need to get out of the ring and get here.
Yes.
And the other thing is, I want to say about the kids that come out, you know, it's such a healthy thing. They're getting exercise, they're helping their friends with their ponies, and if they fall off, they help each other up, and then you know, it gets them out in nature, seeing the cobwebs and the tracks of wild animals and things like that, where, you know, their friends are all on their phones and iPads, and we need to get the kids out here.
Do you know, I haven't looked at my text messages since 7 a.m. I don't even know what time it is, and I feel fully recharged. The endorphins are just pumping, and it's just being around horses, horse people, being out in the country, being in a home that is this beautiful.
Thank you.
And being around like-minded people who just love horses and want to see them grow.
And it's also one of the cheapest horse sports. People get the wrong impression because of
we're
the
fancy
dress,
schmancy, and we're not.
The formal dress.
Right.
But I mean, like we go out about 35 times a season. We hunt mid-October through mid-March. And when you do the membership, it averages out to like $35, I think, a ride, or maybe even a little less. I hadn't calculated it out. So, I mean, you go to a horse show, you can drop that much in a weekend.
You'll drop 10 times that much in a weekend, for sure.
So,
and what a great experience for the horse, because you're going to get exposed to so much, and yet be at your level that makes you comfortable with people who are you're able to say, hey, I'm green, like I was,
Yeah.
and then I was ready. I'm ready for the next now.
Yeah, I know it. We'll move you on up.
Move me on up. I had such a great time. So
yeah,
it
I'm
was
so
amazing.
glad you came out. We've
Oh,
been
me
trying
too.
for months to get
I
you out
know, well,
here.
I'm glowing now. I'm like, okay, no excuses not to make time,
Yeah.
both for Good Apple Equine to get me attired. I think I'll be back for some more, and then coming out to Misty Morning Hounds just to have this amazing experience.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you are welcome.
I literally talked to you over there and had tears in my eyes.
I know.
And
I know
that's
it.
such a blessing. And then the blessing. I mean, blessing the hounds and the whole putting
St. Hubert's Mills?
Yes. Yeah, actually I had
Yours
mine.
is in.
Yeah, so just having
The
that
ceremony
blessing.
is all part of it. That's the big thing about opening meet. There's so much pomp and circumstance, but it's
Invite
tradition.
God in,
and,
right?
I mean, it just stands the hair up on my arms.
Got to have the Almighty.
Yeah.
And then it
that's
all
right.
goes perfect, right?
Yep. Mhm.
Thank you.
All right.
Alexis, so
Thank you.
much. I'm
Uh-huh.
so blessed
I'm
and
thrilled you
thankful
got
to
out.
be here. Me too. Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and the Equus Television Network at Misty Morning Hounds and Clothed. Please check out Good Apple Equine because they are spot on for everything you need.
Alexis, amazing woman. So thankful to her and her team this year at Misty Morning Hounds. I've had such a blast. More to come. We have got to go to break, but we will be coming right back with the Water Buffalo, Banjo. Stay with us.
Your dog, including agility training, barn hunt training, board and train, boarding long and short term, daycare, day training, dock diving training and competitions, disc dog, swimming lessons and pool rentals, lure coursing and obedience training classes. Check out Ocala Dog Ranch at ocaladogranch.com. Ocala Dog Ranch is your home away from home for your dog and more.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars. And we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at seminolefeed.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
This is Charlotte Cannon, and you are listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Can you tell Pete's a bit tired? He's not as chirpy as usual.
Oh, chirpy. Thanks.
We had a couple months back now, I guess, we had an opportunity to meet Banjo and Harley, the water buffalo, at Triple Cross. I know you thought it was a hoot, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
And I was challenged to a race by the same young lady that we interviewed earlier on the show, Dana Lynn Sapp, and it was quite adventurous and fun. and we had a good time. Definitely one of our favourites of the year. It's not all about the horses, but there are horses there too and involved in their rodeo act that they do. But the water buffalo was a little bit of a change. There wasn't really any posting, and it was bareback. Here's Callie Sue Edwards and Shane Coon and the water buffalo.
Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show in the Equus Television Network. And you might think it's rather unusual to be at church, look out the window and see some horses. That's the way it is here at Triple Cross.
You and your granddad to bring her back tonight.
But not just horses. There are also some water buffalo that live here. Shane Coon, Callie Sue Edwards. Tell us a little bit about the water buffalo.
Well, I mean, I think you know pretty well firsthand. They're a little...
Interesting experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's not for everybody, but they are an all-terrain vehicle. They can go from the hard ground to the wet ground to the mud to the water and back out the other side.
Like a pig and a dog had a baby.
Yes, like a pig and a dog had a baby. So tell us, we've got Harley, correct?
Yep, and Banjo.
And Banjo. And how old are these water buffalo?
He's 12 and he's 8.
Wow. And how long have you had them?
We've had him for 6 years and we've had him for 5 years.
Yeah. And what inspired you to have water buffalo?
Everybody else has horses, then everybody's an expert on them. But if you tell them you've got a water buffalo, normally they've never seen one. So I feel like that's a pretty good place to start.
I actually think that is so true because you're right. Everybody has a horse theory and everybody thinks they know how to train them. And you can really blow someone's mind when you say, hey, I can train a water buffalo.
I went to the tire shop and the guy fixing tires, he saw my saddle in the back of my truck and he's like, oh, you ride horses? My brother rides horses, world champion walking horses. I said, I have 2 water buffalo. He says, I've never seen one. Exactly.
So tell us, what do you do with these? Obviously, we have fun on a Sunday afternoon after church in the field and go for a little rodeo fun and have a race or two. Come on, Banjo, let's go, buddy, let's go. What else do these water buffalo do?
Well, I used to do a rodeo act with a Palomino horse and it was real, cliche cowboy thing, And I kind of thought it'd be funny to, do something nobody's ever seen. So we brought the water buffalo into it and we make it a little bit of everything you've ever seen, a little bit of everything you've never seen. We have the zebra horse and the water buffalo, and Callie trick rides on the water buffalo, and we basically do all the stuff. I trick rope and shoot my guns and lay my horse down, but then we bring the buffalo in, and like I said, normally that's a pretty big, shock and awe thing at most crowds, because most places they aren't real familiar with them,
Yeah.
So, and they're real gentle and they're real easy to have. I've worked other animals, but these are probably my favorite other than horses as far as being gentle and consistent.
Yes, they certainly seem that way as Dana, Lynn and I were out having a little fun today. It definitely was a different experience than what I expected. They're very gentle and seem to like people and want to be with people. That's a nice attribute, isn't it?
Well, it's interesting. In America, they only, people ask me how long do they live, and I say, well, till their horns get big, and then they shoot them. Because in America, all we really use them for is game ranches. They hunt them,
Oh, really?
But in other countries, it's pretty weird to have one and ride it in America, but I think worldwide it's not near as weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in other countries, they use them for everything. So, I kind of, at the rodeo, I kind of let everybody think I trained some wild, crazy animal when they think about, the African water buffalo on fighting the lions on TV, but these are actually really gentle. It's actually not that big a feat that I got them broke to ride, but I kind of let them get confused if they want to, but these things are actually probably quite a bit easier to train than a horse, if you would know the truth.
So do you do a sort of the same thing that you would if you started a horse? Is it very similar, or is there a whole different plan?
I mean, pretty much him, I led her around on him 2 or 3 days and a couple times and rode him in the stall, and then I just took him when we went and I rode him for like an hour and a half, and he's been broke to ride ever since. It's a lot easier than a horse. I'm going to say you can ride them and turn them out and get them back up, and they don't forget very much.
Really? Really, how long do they live?
Well,
30 years.
Yeah.
50 years.
Yeah.
As long as a cow.
Yeah.
Well, they're incredible, and it's been lovely to meet them today and have a chance to actually ride one to see
Dana up there and everybody having a ride around. It was really a good time. I didn't know the first time Dana and I ever rode together, though, it would be on
a water buffalo.
Well, a lot of firsts. A lot of firsts.
A lot of great firsts. Well, I'll tell you what, I saw you guys at Ibericon and just blew me away. You are so impressive. So
Thank you.
impressive. Your act, you guys, everything you do is just, it's amazing.
That's the fun one to do.
Unique.
It's a fun one.
Unique.
Yeah.
Unique.
We try not to do it so long it bores anybody or do anything you see every day because you can see that anywhere. So
I don't think anything you guys do could ever bore anybody. I'm just going to say it's variety, excitement, fun, and it just shows how good you are with the animals that you care for.
well, they make us look good when they're good. You know, that's the thing. A good animal makes you look smart, and a bad animal makes you look dumb.
I know. I have a Mustang that made me look good.
You know.
I didn't know what I was doing, but it worked. So
Yeah.
it's okay. Well, thank you for the ride today. I enjoyed it. I did not expect to stay on. I have not ridden bareback in, I can't even tell you how many years, a long, long time. But that was a good time. Thank you.
You might feel it in the morning.
I will. I rode a Belgian at Misty Morning Hounds yesterday, practicing to be able to ride something wide.
Dana Lynn has to steal the show all the time.
She does.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Callie Sue Edwards.
Thank you.
It's a good time today. Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show. Very similar, or is there a whole different plan?
I mean, pretty much him. I led her around on him 2 or 3 days.
Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and the Equus television.
Dana Lynn.
Reel number 2. Take 3. Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and the Equus.
Take 2. Cut.
Yesterday, practicing to be able to ride something wide. That was one of the most fun experiences that I think I've ever had.
With a buffalo or two?
Yes, I mean, really, I never rode any kind of animal like that. You know, I never rode a horse and a camel. I never rode.
Oh, sorry.
I actually rode a camel in Egypt.
Wow.
I rode around the pyramids. His name was Moses.
I've rode a camel, a bull, a pig.
Did you stay on 8 seconds?
No, I sorted stock at a rodeo on a bull.
You rode a pig?
I rode a pig.
What size pig could you possibly have ridden?
He was about 900 pounds boar.
Really? Oh,
I didn't do it on purpose.
I'm not sure how you can do that by accident, Pete.
He ran up between my legs and lifted me off the ground and took me about 20 feet.
Okay, then.
Dropped me off.
Well, that was definitely one of my absolute favorite. The bloopers were hilarious. Callie Sue and Shane were amazing. And the whole entertaining experience with a lot of people watching, it was a great time. So that was definitely one of my favorites of the year. Definitely amusing, good times. So thank you to Callie Sue, Shane, and of course Dana Lynn, Marsha, and Jennifer Shuck as well, who jumped in to help us out with some great photography there at the end. So good times. We are going to come back after the break with the final segment of the show, believe it or not, for all of 2025. So stay with us.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars, and we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honouring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hello, I'm Chris Cox, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
This is really our last segment of 2025.
Ooh.
And no better way to kick it off than with Dancing Pete Roder's Tip of the Week.
Dancing Pete's Tip of the Week, brought to you by Complimentary Horsemanship.
What you got, Pete?
Today's Tip of the Week is something I've said before, and I wanted to recap it since this is a recap.
This is a recap.
So, balance. So, I had a student today I was teaching, and the horse is known to run when we're doing something in a circle, and is now wanting to break gait back down to the walk and even stop. And so balance, yes, we want them to maintain gait. However, for this horse, for him not wanting to go is actually a good thing. We could easily turn him into a runaway by going, no, we're trotting today. And then he wouldn't find that relaxation. So allowing balance. So what's good for one horse might be not good for another. For this horse, slowing down and stopping is a good thing. For another horse that didn't want to go, if they walked off without you asking, I might go, let them do it for right now to build their confidence about going forward. So balancing your horse, it's always balancing. So sometimes they do too much and sometimes they do too little, and that finding that balance.
Finding that fine tune in the middle. It's very good, actually, very appropriate after me having my lesson yesterday. If you have a horse, you probably have at least one dog, maybe more. Here's Neil from Ocala Dog Ranch with some tips about fireworks, and it's probably a weekend we may see a few.
The Horse Talk Show goes to the dogs at Ocala Dog Ranch.
Hi there, it's Neil Hennessy, the Ocala Dog Ranch. Great time of the year except for the fireworks. Most animals don't like fireworks, and this is a high busy time for shelters and rescues because dogs get spooked because of the fireworks and they run away. So don't leave your dog outside unattended in the yard when there's fireworks about, and if you have to take them out on a leash. That way if you get surprised by fireworks, they don't bolt and run away, and then you have to start looking for them. Fireworks, great. The dogs don't think it's so great. Neil Hennessy.
I'm just going to say, us horse and dog owners, we don't really like fireworks. You know, there's a lot of dogs and horses that don't like them, and, you know, it's a lot sometimes.
I watched a video that was pretty neat. They were popping the little bubble wrap stuff, and then getting the dog, feeding them treats or feeding their food while they did that to get them used to the fireworks.
That's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that. That is a great tip. Neil will love that. Let's talk about a few events before we get to Pete and I's New Year's resolutions. So January 4th, which is just around the corner, there is another Hunter Pace at Misty Morning Hounds. And hey, listen, I got my first blue ribbon in years and years and years at my last Hunter Pace, and they are great fun because you can go flat or over the jumps, and it's a timed, you get a number at the box and it is timed, and it is the optimum time in the Hunter Pace that it would take if you did that hunt with the hounds. So it's not the fastest time, it is the best time, optimum. Loads of fun. You can get signed up. It's very reasonable. If you're not a member, it's only $50. You get to ride the whole property, jump all the jumps. It is a good time. So that's January 4th at Misty Morning Hounds. Customer Appreciation Day, Pete.
January 17th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And that is at TT Distributors Horse and Farrier Supplies on Highway 40 in Ocala. They have door prizes, 10% off store-wide.
Vendors will be there to answer questions about stuff that is sold in T&T.
Yep. Product reps will be on site, and it is a great time to be appreciated at TT Distributors in the horse capital of the world. Final call for the Great Florida Cattle Drive that starts in Okeechobee and goes across the state from January 26th to January 31st, something I've always wanted to do. What fun.
Boy.
Thank you to Seminole Feed, the world's best equine feed, for supporting the Great Florida Cattle Drive. They are really keeping a legacy and tradition alive, and I love that. We got the Fur Ball, the 10th annual Fur Ball for Vocal, which is Voice of Change Animal League. They rescue lots of dogs and cats. This is a great benefit, a wonderful, fun gala. Boots, Black Tie, and Best Friends.
February 27th.
Friday, February 27th. Get your tickets. This was a great fun event in its first year in 2025, the Children's Charity Classic at HITS, or Horse Shows in the Sun. This is a wonderful United Way charity event, and this was a great time. They're going to do this again on Friday, February 20th of 2026. Second annual.
The Horsemen's Symposium, March 28th and 29th at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion in Ocala, Florida. It's a bunch of like-minded horsemen that will be talking about their spin on how they teach things and why they do what they do.
Yep. Linda Pirelli, Ryan Rose, Dr. Emily Rose, Jake Birnbaum, Louis Lucio, and Dancing Pete Roda. Brought to you by Piranha Animal Health, Hybrix Acres, Brave Horse, and the Horse Talk Show. Tickets are now available for this, and what a great way to learn from some great people. March 28th and 29th. Get your tickets now for the Horsemen's Symposium. Very exciting news that next Monday evening, if you turn on your television around 6 o'clock, around the news time, in the 6 o'clock hour on TV20, you will get a clip of the Horse Talk Show. That's pretty exciting.
Wow.
Yeah, it's only going to be a little short clip, but look, it's horse news for the week, and it's on our local big station of TV20, so we're very excited about that. We've just got a few minutes left in 2025 here on the show to share with you a few of our New Year's resolutions. Pete, you got one?
Yes, ma'am. Mine goes along with the vest that I tried on. And it was a little tight, so I had to go to Boot Barn and try on the bigger size. And I went, nope, I want the smaller size. I'm going to lose the weight.
I got you the right size.
Yes, you got the right size. The large was the right size.
It looks good on you.
Yes, it does.
It'll look a little better, maybe, you know.
Yes, it'll look better if I take off a few pounds.
I wouldn't mind a few myself. I liked myself at the beginning of 2025.
So I would say eating better.
Yes.
And doing more exercise. The biggest issue for me is that I teach so much that I don't do a lot of active things. So yes, I work on the farm and I do a lot there, but when I'm teaching, I do a lot of sitting or standing around, and I might get up and do stuff, but I don't do as much as I should.
Yeah, busyness is difficult to look after yourself. I'm going to say that after having an amazing time the last few months riding Brewster, who, if you watched the Horse Capital Parade, he led the Misty Morning Hounds folks around downtown, and he is the coolest Belgian paint cross, neatest horse, and I have so enjoyed riding him the last couple of months that my Mustang has had a fractured hock. I haven't been able to ride, and this has made me ride once or twice a week, which I haven't done in years, and I have been really enjoying it. I had a lesson yesterday with Liz, and although my equitation was absolutely ghastly, we have a video actually somewhere here of me, it's ghastly, but I did it, and I really, really enjoyed it. Yes, I got on the wrong lead a couple of times, and my legs were all in the wrong place and everything else, but this is the way that I am going to keep going forward. I'm going to ride a lot in 2026. I'm going to ride better in 2026, and I'm so grateful for the endorphins that come from that make me smile much more.
I thought you were going to surprise us with you bought the horse.
Oh, I wish. I would love to buy the horse. We got to wrap things up. We got to say Happy New Year from the Horse Talk Show team. We are so grateful that you listen or watch or both. And we hope that 2026 is a peaceful, happy, prosperous year for all of you. And so whether you're in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital of the world,
or not,
happy horsing around till the same time next week. See you next year.
See you next year.